Hello, this is Dr. Wendy Rowley. This is episode 4 of the human potential. Last episode was inspiring with new inventions coming with a little more detail and how they can segue into things that are in the time capsules. That's kind of nice. It's nice to have the feeling that we're getting a helping hand from spirit reaching down to help us. Because boy, you read the paper and you look at the world and what's going on, and you kind of feel like we could use some help. Anyway, I'm going to get out of the way. And the reason why I do these episodes when I introduce them by volume number, this is episode number 20, or I shouldn't say volume, but by episode number, is because I don't know always the subject and what will be said until after. So I have to make up the title after the fact. But I'm sure for you all, it'd be a lot easier to keep track of what you're watching based on the title. But now you understand why it's done by episode number. So thanks for your understanding on that. All right, I'm going to get out of the way. Let's see what Allaenea wants to share with us this day. I am, for those of you who don't know me, I'm a naturopathic doctor, spiritual healer, energy healer, my greatest love. And I've brought in something called the heart tones, the heart field healing, and also I'm now working with Allaenea Cosmic Service, who's the group that has brought in that healing modality. You don't heal alone. You have many, many beings of light that help the healing process and step things down. And I don't know. I mean, maybe there's many paradigms of healing, but that's what I've seen so far. And even that light of the soul, I don't know if it directly just gets shushed down to us for healing. I don't know if it's stepped down. I haven't seen that, but I do know that they're often there in the background helping. They're in unity field healing. They're in some other training I had. So you can learn to work with healing guides. It's a beautiful thing. Not your basic everyday knowledge, knowing about that, but it is a beautiful thing that we have this cooperation and help. All right, I'm going to get out of the way, as I said. Oh, good day to you, dearest beings of light. This is Allaenea of Cosmic Service, Pleiadian Mother of Sound. Peace be with you, peace be with you, peace be with you. In this episode of the new potential, number 4, we would like to talk about human spirit body, evolutionary potential in healing. Now, we have a lot of cross information between the 3 series that are out there right now. The Heartfield series, the human potential, and the new connection are a little bit overlapping. So you can get richer and deeper information in there. And we suggest that you go listen to maybe episode 21 of the Heartfield series, because that will help with this episode of understanding even more. For in that, we explain the several types of spirit bodies that you have, each of you. And we also explain some future evolutionary spirit bodies that you can develop. It's a different kind of a concept that has ever been maybe expressed out there before. So in this episode, we would like to continue the understanding of healing and how, as your evolutionary body changes, your evolutionary spirit body changes, your ability to heal changes. For, as we said in the other video, this one has always had a very deep knowing kind of a conviction. That type of knowing comes from the soul level, that the human body was designed as a self-healing system. And she is correct in that. Through the evolution of your planet, your body becomes a self-healing system. You don't have the same dense physical body you have now, but you have another type of physical body, and that becomes self-healing. Or you can think of it as you. Same with meditation, a life. Everything you go through is kind of like a cycle, a wavelength. You know how wavelengths, they always show you they're woo, light, or sometimes there's 2, but they go oscillating up and down, up and down. So you have coming into form, and it's very dense, and you're very dense bodies. You're probably in the most dense body that you all will ever have on this planet Earth now. And then it's going to evolve, and you're going to evolve out, and you're going to evolve out. Now, you only have about 26,000 years on this side to get to this density. And you're going to go for a very, 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 very long time into the evolutionary side of your enlightenment process of a planetary system, where you are in the middle. You have chosen to take this middle. Now, it has been said that there were setups in space and time, and as you spin as a planetary body through space, as you see it through your microscopes and your understanding, which is not exactly accurate, but it's okay, and you spin through your bodies in space, you are now knowing that you are not in the same space, it's the same place in the galactic space of your galaxy that you were here. And so it was said that there was a setup here that you would be going through, that if you decided to become enlightened, would engage. And if not, there was maybe another one or two, or how many, who knows? We're not going to go there. We know, but we're not going to go there. And so this one engaged. You all said, we don't want to be like this here. Let's do something better. We want help. We want to evolve. We want to make this puzzle work. And we want to stay on this planet to make it work. So that caused a whole lot of things to happen and shift and change. We speak about some of that in episode 20 of the Heartfield series. Oh, 21, episode 21 of the Heartfield series. And we're not going to repeat that information here. But what we wish you to understand, that is, as you evolve through this paradigm that you are in, many, 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 many setups are being put in place for not only the next 2,000 years, but for the next probably 50 million years. And then another impulse comes in. But you have setups for the next 50 million years. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that much quantum information coming into a planet at one time to last for that long? Amazing, amazing, amazing idea. Amazing idea. Anyway, so right now, you can heal pretty well. But you have just gotten an enhancement to be able to heal even deeper and more profoundly. We will sum it up quickly, though. We have said you have what people call the Christ grid, or the soul mastery grid. You come into a planet as a soul, an encapsulated consciousness traveling through space, or whatever, however you arrived. There's 2 or 3 different forms in which you could have come. And you arrive and you mesh in the planet, and you have a whole system here that's just, we could use lots of metaphors to explain it, but let's just say, so eventually you come into a body, and you're here, and you're in a body, and you are in the evolutionary process of this planetary system. So in this planetary system, there's the human crystalline grid, which is like your group soul Akashic recording grid, and your group soul gold good deed recording grid. So you can think of it as not good and bad, but dark and light, dark and light, dark and light. So we use the gold of the good times to heal the bad times. That's one of the paradigms. And so your soul has the ability to heal in a different way now. So you have the Christ grid, where your soul comes in, the soul mastery grid. You have the interim Christ grid, as some people called it, or the soul creational grid, or the interim creational grid, which is like a changing grid. Lots of things go on, and then many things interconnect with that. And we talk about that in some of the other series. But that grid also has a group evolutionary body. And your soul group human crystalline grid has a higher self evolving evolutionary spirit body. And then your individual universal life Akash of your own personal creations through your higher self has a place. That place is being connected to the human Akash with the layers for the higher self of all and no. And you're seeing your higher self in a different way now. Your higher self is connected to the soul in a very divine way, and your higher self is connected down to the human crystalline grid of all of your group creations. where you didn't do so well. Maybe we're warring, we're fighting, we're hoarding, we're not sharing, we're killing, we're blah, 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 whatever. We're destroying the planet, blah, 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 whatever. These are all good intentions, but some of the dogma and the drama on top of these truths are a little overdone. We'll say that. Okay, so this is now a three-way communication. Your individual Akash of your life force and its connections through to the universal life of all souls on the human crystalline grid at the level of tribes and nations has been connected. And that has been connected up to the interim soul creational grid, the interim Christ grid. And that is enlivening and opening a new connection pathway that has never been there. So the ability for you to heal right now is profound, deep, and big. And you're going to start to see global planetary healing events. This one's got one coming up in January 2024. If you are in the past, or if you're listening to this and that is in your future. If you're listening to this past 2024, then they'll still be ongoing and you will know of this. So we can say that. So this is bringing in a profound ability to heal the human crystalline grid of the higher selves, droses. That will evolve the higher self group spirit body. That will then connect to the interim creational, interim Christ, interim soul creational grid, whatever name or concept works best for you, the interim in between. And that will allow time capsules of information, of new information to come in. So this healing is very important for creating a new kind of whether you want to think of it as a soul group engine, a planetary engine, push-pull system. We have to take something out. This one knows this is a premise in healing. You have to take something out in order to create space for the soul to come in and bring in a new flavor, emotion, feeling, consciousness. It's basically all consciousness, just different levels of grades of that going through form into form for a reason. But so that is going to evolve. So that is all going to evolve. I think we skipped a sentence there because this one started out, I thought we had to push it out of the way. She gets very excited with new information. Out of the way. So what we wished you to know is this healing is available now because of new connections. We told you they were going on at the periphery of the planet, and we told you they were hitting the creational levels, and now we're telling you what they're doing. In all the previous work through the YouTube videos, we were getting to those setups, and now this is what's happening and what they're doing. So you can have profound healing of the human crystalline grid to allow this push-pull thing to happen. Your future evolution of you in the interim spirit body, which is the changing spirit body. Your primary spirit body is up with soul, and you go into that at passing as you go between incarnations, and then you come back down. But your interim spirit body is the changing body, and that is going to, from this healing, then get some upgrades from the higher creational beings of light and the angelic realm who are working at these levels. Now, they don't care so much for the human form, it has been said, because they did that. But what they are doing is creating future form. That has not been said. So they are going to begin percolating over the next 20 years. You're just going to see people heal a little faster and a little quickly. Over the next 50,000 years, you will begin to notice something is very different. I know that's a long time in your world, but form develops slowly from the changes that go on at the spirit. Things can change like that at the spirit level. They can change like that with Mother Earth. They can change like that at the soul level. But at your dense physical material reality level, it takes a little longer. There will be prototypes. There will be people coming who will manifest and show you what is coming for all of you. That is always in the paradigm. Little tidbits and hints, people who will manifest the abilities. But the strongest ability that will be seen 50,000 years ago, no matter what your technology, no matter what your inventions, no matter what you've done, no matter where you've gone off into space and shot into rocket ships or whatever you're doing, however you're using the creational blueprint and doing it individually as you would in a planet, the most profound thing that will be known 50,000 years ago is the ability to heal. And because the ability to heal will take on a whole new meaning. The ability to heal will take on a new meaning by 50,000 years ago. In 50,000 years, based on connections that are happening now, new gifts that will come in through the soul group interim spirit body at the soul group level, the group soul body, will bring in new abilities, new preparations, maybe some new organs, maybe some new changes in the way eventually you physically look, maybe some changes in the density of the body, changes in the bones, changes in the organs, changes in the structure, maybe changes in the height, maybe changes in the look, maybe changes. And so the ability to heal that body will be the key that someone is soul infused. It will be that obvious for what you're going to know 50,000 years ago. And we hate to be a teaser and not tell you, but what is coming in over the next 20 years is a percolating teaser. And what you're going to see in 50 years, if you're still on the planet, will be like, if you have far-ranging vision and you're an older soul, you'll be going, okay. And then we have a lot of other things going on that are going to lead to that. So we're not predicting the future and we're not telling you what it's going to be. We're speaking of potentials. This is called the human potential. So we're letting you know potentials ahead. It's because when you see something ahead that is positive and beautiful, it is called a bridge picture, as this one knows. And a bridge picture is something beautiful to look forward to and to hold in mind. So we will be painting through the next series of these episodes, for this is only number 4, but through 5, 6, 7, 8, we are going to be painting bridge pictures for you all to potentials based on what we knew and we did, upcoming things that you can look forward to as soon as 20 years and as far away as 200 and even as far away as 50,000, based on the knowingness that we have from our experiences. This is what we wish you to know this day. You are dearly loved. Expect benevolence in all you do, and we bid you adieu. And hold on to the hope and the promise that there is always glory, beauty, and light in evolution. Peace be with you. All right. I'm going to conclude this episode of The Human Potential, episode 4. This is Dr. Wendy Rowley. Please like, subscribe, and comment. We're getting things up and running even more. If you are hearing this in live time in 2023, August, then you are, just so you have a heads up, this fall officially comes the heart field healing and the tones of healing out to the public, online training, which is easy to do, and hopefully the economy and our extra incomes will all expand so we can get together more in live locations, which will also happen hopefully 2024. That's in the works and planning. Thank you for listening and have a great day. Bye-bye.